Good day, friends. Let's continue with our topic pictorial representation of the statistical data. In that last practice set of statistics, practice set 6.6 was going on. Based on pie diagram, two types of questions will be there. Either by the given information to draw the pie diagram, or pie diagram will be given, we have to answer the questions based on the given diagram. So question number 1 to 4 was to draw the pie diagram, which we completed already. Question number 5, pie diagram was available. Based on that, we answer the questions. Similarly, question number 6, information is provided in the pie diagram. Based on that information, we have to answer a few questions. Practice set 6.6. Question number 6. First, I will take the information what is available here. In this angle is 60 degree, that is given for shares. Then this is 120 degree, total is 180. Half circle, semicircle, it is immovable property. That is land or house in that type. Okay. Next 60 degree. This is also 60 degree. It is for mutual fund. Then 90 degree. This one is for deposit in bank. And the remaining 30 degree, this is for post office. Information in the question is the annual investments of a family are shown in the adjacent pie diagram. Answer the following questions based on it. So this is the annual investment of a certain family. In shares 60 degree, uh, immovable property 120 degree, maybe house or land. Mutual fund investment is 60 degree, deposit in bank 90 degree, and in the post 30 degree. Overall total is 360 degree. So their investment is converted into degree, last column. Okay, and with the help of this we have to answer a few questions. In that first question, sub question number 1, it is asked, if the investment in shares is rupees 2000, find the total investment. Investment in the share, here we have, this is the sector for shares, and this investment is 60 degree. It is in the form of degree. Out of 360, 60 degree is for shares, and in the form of rupees is given 2000. Then find the total investment. How we can find out? Angular measure for shares. Angular measure for shares is given 60 degree. It is out of 360 because angular measurement of a circle is 360. And in the investment, if the investment in the shares in rupees, it is 2000. Investment in shares in rupees is equal to rupees 2000. Question is to find out total investment. Total investment is equal to question mark, means overall investment is how much, that is question mark. Very easily, comparatively, we can find out how we convert the percentage at the end of the year or after the exam. Same way we can convert it. Out of 360 degree, 60 degree is the share for shares. Then if 2000 is the share for shares, how much will be the total investment? How we can find out? Total investment is equal to 60 degree out of 360. 60 degree out of 360. Then if 2000 is provided to us, I will just explain you aside, then we will come here. Okay, suppose if the total investment we will consider it as X. Total investment we will consider it as X. 60 out of 360, then out of how much it will be 2000 rupees. If 360 is the angular total angular measurement, out of that 60 degree is for shares. Then if X is the total investment by the family, overall investment by the family, then 2000 will be for shares. If we want to find out value of X, how it will be? If we want to find out value of X, will be comparatively 2000 into 360, or X will come this side, so X will be equal to, if X will come this side, then 60 upon 360 will be going that side, it will be divided 60 upon 360. To divide by 60 upon 360 means multiply by its reciprocal. So in that way, if we want to find out value of X, X will be equal to this 2000 will keep as it is, 60 upon 360 will go to other side, it will be 360 upon 60. 60 upon 360 will go to other side. If we go to other side, divide by that means multiply by its reciprocal. So the total investment we will get by 2000 into 360 upon 60. So just I will do the changes here. But the part of understanding, this is very important. If 360 is the total angular measurement, 60 is the share given for shares. If X is the total investment which we want to find out, then 2000 is given for shares. So 60 into X will be equal to 2000 into 360. In multiplication rule also you can. 60 into X will be equal to 360 into 2000, then 60 go to other side, will be at the denominator. So total investment will be equal to 2000 into 360 divided by 60. See, by this rule, 60 into X is equal to 2000 into 360. 2000 into 360 at one side and 60 go to other side, it will be at the denominator. This calculation will give us the total investment of the family overall comparatively. So if we simplify it, 0 will get cancelled, 6 1s are 6 6 are, it remains here 2000 multiplied by 6, and it will give 6 2s are 12,000 rupees will be the actual investment of this family. If 2000 is for shares, then total will be 12,000. Let us continue with another question of this, sub question number 2. In sub question number 2, it is asked, how much amount is deposited in bank? How much amount is deposited in the bank? I will rub this area, so we can continue question number 2 there. So question number 6, sub question number 2. How much amount is deposited in bank? For the bank, see, for the bank, mutual fund deposited in bank is 90 degree. So 360, out of 360, 90, then out of 12,000, how much? Easily we can find out. Amount deposited at bank is equal to 90 is out of 360. When total amount is 360, then out of that 90 is for bank. When total amount is 12,000, how much is at the bank? So it will be easy to cut this 0. 9 1s are 9 4s are 4 1s are 4 3s are, and this additional 3 zeros. So it gives rupees 3,000. So the amount invested by the family in bank is rupees 2,000. Total amount invested by the family overall is 12,000 rupees. 2,000 is in the shares. See, in the shares it is 2,000. In the bank just now we find out it is 3,000. Let us continue with the questions. We will get the overall answers here. So question number 3. How much more money is invested in immovable property than in mutual fund? So here we need to find out immovable property and mutual fund, both these amounts, and how much additional amount is invested there, that we want to find out. See, we can see 60 degree and 120 degree. The angular measurement relation is twice and half. Same way it will be in the amount also. It is 1:2 ratio. In amount also it will be same. Let us find out first how much is in immovable property, how much is in mutual fund, and then we can find out additional how much is the investment, which is the required solution. How much more money is invested in immovable property than in mutual fund. Amount in immovable property is equal to, for immovable property it is 120 degree. 120 degree out of 360, then out of 12,000 how much? 0 get cancelled. 12 3s are 36, 3 1s are 3 4s are, it gives you 4,000 rupees. 4,000 is the investment in immovable property. Half of that will be in the mutual fund. Let us find out for mutual fund. Amount in mutual fund is equal to 60 degree. 60 out of 360, then out of 12,000 how much? 0 get cancelled. 6 6 are, 6 1s are, 6 2s are 12, and this additional 3 zeros, it is rupees 2,000. We can see this amount is double to this amount. Same way 60 degree 120 degree was the relation, 2:1 was the ratio. So in amount also the ratio remains same, 4,000 and 2,000. So in immovable property it is 4,000, and in mutual fund we got it 2,000. 1 2 3 4 are over, only one is remaining, that is post. This question is not completed yet. It was asked how much more amount is invested, how much more money is invested in immovable properties. Then when we will complete that sentence, then the answer will get complete. Amount or more amount invested in immovable property is equal to 4,000 minus 2,000. The difference is here rupees 2,000. So 2,000 rupees is the additional investment in immovable properties as compared to the mutual fund. And the last one, how much amount is invested in post. Now all are completed. 2,000, 4,000, 2,000, 3,000. Remaining is post. Overall amount we know 12,000. If we'll add this all and if we'll subtract it from 12,000, we will get the amount investment in post, or comparatively also. Out of 360, 30 degree, then out of 12,000 how much? By that way also we can get it. Solve it by anyone. Suppose if we'll solve by comparison, amount investment in the post, amount at post is equal to 30 degrees the angular measurement out of 360, then out of 12,000 how much? 0 get cancelled, 3 1s are, 3 12s are, 12 1s are, 12 1s and 3 zeros, it is rupees 1,000. So 1,000 rupees is the investment by that family in the post. Overall, if we'll add all, it should come 12,000 as the total investment of the family. That is our cross checking. So let us find out. 2,000 here, 2,000 plus 4,000, 6,000, 6,000 plus this 2,000, 8,000 plus 3,000, 11,000, and for the post it is 1,000, 11 plus 1, 12,000. So total investment by the family is 12,000. And as per the questions are asked here, in the shares 2,000, in immovable property it is 4,000, in mutual fund it is 2,000, in bank 3,000 is the deposit, and in post it is 1,000 rupees. So overall investment by this family, which is mentioned in the question number 6 of 6.6 is 12,000 rupees. Here we completed with the practice set. Now we'll start with the problem set. Miscellaneous problem set. Miscellaneous problem set number 6. On same page, find the correct answer from the alternatives given. The persons of O blood group are 40%. Means overall 100 are considered. Out of that, O group blood group people are 40%. The classification of persons based on blood group is to be shown in a pie diagram. What should be the measure of angle for the persons of O blood group? Problem set 6. Question number 1, objective type. So here it is given 40%. Percent means out of 100. If out of 100 it is 40, then in the form of degree, angular measurement of a circle is 360. So this calculation will give the correct answer. 0 get cancelled, second 0 get cancelled. 36 into 4 will be our required answer. 36 to the 72. 72 into 2, it gives 144. Or if we carry this calculation, 4 6 are 24, so 4 carry 2, 4 3 are 12 plus 2. So 144 here. The option is option D. D, 144 degree is the correct answer for problem set, miscellaneous problem set 6. Question number 1, objective type. Solution is last option D, 144 degree. As we discussed already, the correct option is necessary. If you write the correct answer, along with that correct option is necessary. Don't write only correct answer, because as per the new pattern, the correct option is necessary in the answer paper. Question number 2, page number 165. Different expenditures incurred on the construction of a building were shown by a pie diagram. The expenditure rupees 45,000 on cement was shown by a sector of central angle 75 degree. Means it is in this way. For this, suppose if this is 75 degree angular measurement and this sector is the expenditure rupees 45,000 on cement. So this is considered for cement, and actually in rupees it is 45,000 rupees. Question is, what was the total expenditure for the construction? See, very easy. 360 degree is the angular measurement. So how to find out? 75 degree is out of 360. Then how much will be the investment? Out of that, 45,000 will be given for cement. Overall amount we don't know, which we want to find out. This 75 degree is comparatively with 360 degree. When 360 degree is the total, then 75 is for cement. What will be the total? Then 45,000 will be for cement. So here will be in this way. 75 into x will be equal to 45,000 into 360. X will be equal to 45,000 into 360. 75 will go to other side. It will be at the denominator. You can simplify this. Suppose if we will try by 5 first. 5 1s are 5 15s are 75. 5 9s are 45 and these 3 zeros. Then 15 1s are 15 6 are 19 and this 2 zeros. So x will be equal to 600 into 360. Product of 600 and 360, it will give exact value. 3 zeros we will write it first. Then 6 into 36. 6 6 are 36. Carry 3. 6 3s are 18. 18 plus 3, 21. So it is 2,16,000 rupees is the total. Here the option A shows 2,16,000 rupees. So for question number 2, correct option is A, 2,16,000 rupees. Let us continue with question number 3, objective type, same page. Cumulative frequencies in a group frequency table are useful to find dash dash. Cumulative frequencies in a group frequency table are useful to find dash dash. Option A is mean, option B is median, option C is mode, and all of this. Cumulative frequencies, we have seen to find out mean, 3 methods were there: direct method, assume mid method, step deviation method. Anywhere we did not use the cumulative frequency. Next was median. Formula for median and formula for mode, picture will get clear. Where we use F0, F1, F2. F0 was the cumulative frequency of the model class. F1 is the cumulative frequency of the previous class of the model class. And F2 is the frequency next class of the model class. So cumulative frequency, based on cumulative frequency with central tendency, it is mode, not the median. For median the formula was n by 2. minus CF upon F. So not only mode, in the median also we use it. And here the question is, for mean also is it necessary? If we'll see the third method to find out mean, direct method, then assume mean method. In assume mean method it was x bar is equal to a plus d bar, and third is step deviation method, it was x bar is equal to a plus h u bar. Okay, a plus hu bar was the formula used. So actually here cumulative frequencies in a group frequency table are useful too. Once again I will write the formulas for median and mode, so the confusion will get clear. For the median we use n by 2 value. With the help of n by 2 we find out that first bigger cumulative frequency, first bigger cumulative frequency as compared to the n by 2 value, and that class we considered as the model class. Then after that, that class was considered as the median class. After that, median was equal to, then lower limit of the median class was considered as capital L. Frequency of the previous class of the model class is considered as CF. Frequency of the model class is taken as F. So median was used. Median is equal to L plus n by 2 minus CF upon F into H. So here cumulative frequency was used. Then for mode also cumulative frequency was considered. For the mode it is L plus F1 minus F2 upon twice F1 minus F0 minus F2 bracket complete into H. So if we'll see here F0 was the frequency, F0 was the frequency of the model class, F1 was the frequency of the previous class of the model class, F2 was the frequency of the next class of the model class. So is it used the cumulative frequency here? No, cumulative frequency is not used here. N by 2 value was based on the total summation of frequency was n divided by 2. Based on that the model class was decided. So cumulative frequency is useful only in calculation of median, not for the mean, not for the mode, because for the mean we use direct method, x bar summation of fi xi upon summation of fi. Assume mean method, x bar is equal to a plus d bar. D bar was equal to summation of fi di upon summation of fi. Cumulative frequency is not considered there. The step deviation method also, x bar is equal to a plus h u bar, where u bar is equal to summation of fi ui upon summation of fi ui upon g, and ui was equal to xi minus a upon g. So here cumulative frequency is considered only for median, not for mean and not for mode also. So here the correct option is option B, question number 3. Option B, median, is the correct solution for question number 3. So option is here, option B, it is median, correct for question number 3. Question number 4, the formula to find mean from a group frequency table. Formula to find mean from a group frequency table is x bar is equal to a plus summation of fi ui upon summation of fi into hz. The formula to find mean from a group frequency table is x bar is equal to a plus summation of fi ui upon summation of fi into h into g. This is step deviation method to find out mean. In the formula ui is equal to, just now we discussed, ui is equal to xi minus a upon g. So here if it comes, first is xi plus a upon g, second is xi minus a, c is xi minus a upon g, and the d is a minus xi upon g. No, not a minus xi minus a upon g. The correct option is option C. Question number 4, C is the correct value of ui. ui is equal to xi minus a upon g, where xi is the class mark of the respective class, a is the assumed mean. I suggest you to consider first xi as assumed mean, then values will be positive, no negative value will come. G is nothing but the greatest common divisor of xi's. GCD, greatest common divisor of xi, that is nothing but the value of G. So ui will be equal to xi minus a upon z. That is option C for question number 4 is the correct option. Question number 5, objective type. Distance covered per liter in kilometer is given. 12 to 14, 14 to 16, 16 to 18 and 18 to 20. 4 groups are there. Number of cars. Distance covered per kilometer. And how many cars? 11 cars in the first class, 12 cars in the second class, 20 cars in the third class and 7 cars in the fourth class. The median of the distance covered per liter shown in the above data is in the group so and so. The median of the distance covered per liter shown in the above data is in the group so and so. So here the formula what was there for median. See, the classes are given 12 to 14, 11, then 14 to 16, it is 12, 16 to 18 kilometer per liter, it is 20 vehicles, and 18 to 20 it is 7. If we'll see the total here, 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 7 10, 0 carry 1, 2 plus 1 3, 4 5. So total vehicles are 50. N by 2 value if we'll consider, N by 2 it will come 50 upon 2, it will give 25. Here we have to find out median. Formula for median is, first we have to find out the median class. So cumulative frequency has to be there. N by 2, 11 is as it is, 11 plus 12 it will give 23, 23 plus 20 it gives 43 and 43 plus 7 it gives 50, and these both are always same, cross checking. Now N by 2 is 25, 25 will fit in which class? First smaller as compared to 25, 23. So this is nothing but the required median class. Based on this we want to find out if this is the median class. If this is the median class means the median will be 101% between 14 to 16. So median class will give us the previous idea that the median is going to get fit in which class. So if we'll consider the total of frequencies 50, if we'll divide it by 2, this is value of n, capital N. N by 2 is 25, and if 25 is n by 2, we have to check out first smaller frequency as compared to n by 2. First smaller cumulative frequency. So n by 2 is 25, first smaller cumulative frequency is 23. So this class is nothing but the median class, and median class here, the classes for this class is 14 is the lower limit, 16 is the upper limit. Median will lies between this. So correct option is option B, 14 to 16. For question number 5, B is the correct option. 14 to 16. 16 is the class where the median will lies. Question number 6. In question number 6, number of trees planted by each student and number of students. First group 1 to 3, 7 students. 4 to 6 trees, 8 students. Then 7 to 9 trees, 6 students. 10 to 12 trees, 4 students. Above data is to be shown by a frequency polygon. Then the coordinates of the points to show number of students in the class 4 to 6. So see what is available here. First class is 1 to 3, then it is 4 to 6, then it is 7 to 9, and then it is 10 to 12. First class. Okay, then we are taking cumulative frequencies because x coordinate will be cumulative frequency. Class mark 1 to 3, addition of both divided by 2, 3 plus 1 4, 4 divided by 2, the class mark is 2. Here the class mark will be 5, class mark will be 8, and the class mark will be 11. This will come as x coordinates. Frequency will be the y coordinate. Frequencies are given here for first class 7, then it is 8, then 6 and 4. Question is, the above data is to be shown by frequency polygon the coordinates of the points to show number of students in the class 4 to 6. 4 to 6 is this class. So x coordinate will be 5, y coordinate will be 8. So it will be 5, 8. X coordinate 5, y coordinate 8. Correct option is option C. Question number 6. C is the correct option. So here we completed first question. Question number 1, objective type of problem set number 6. Once again I want to remind you, whenever it is objective type question, and as per the new rules nowadays from last 2 years, the option, correct option is also necessary, not only the answer. Which option is correct? Either A is correct, B is correct, C is correct, or D is correct. Or instead of A, B, C, D, if it is mentioned 1, 2, 3, 4, which one is correct option? Not only the answer. If I will write only 5, 8 and I will not mention the correct option, my answer won't be considered. Okay, so it is necessary to mention the correct option along with the answer. Keep it in your mind without forgetting. So here we completed question number 1. Let us stop it here for today. Have a nice day. Thank you.